The Galactic Academy of Interstellar Sciences was the most prestigious institution in the known universe. Its hall stretched across an entire moon of Varith Prime, and its student body represented over 200 species. But today, the massive lecture hall buzzed with something unusual: laughter. Professor Vexael, a tall, six-limbed Korathi with pale violet skin, stood at the front podium and waited for the noise to settle. He had projected a single line of text onto the central display screen. Restricted species, humans, designation, Terra, 3, access denied to levels 7 through 12. A Drelkian student in the back row clicked his mandibles in amusement. They banned humans, he buzzed. The soft ones? The ones without claws, without venom, without enhanced cognition? Laughter rippled through the hall again. A Yivori student, silver-scaled, elegant, tilted her head. I reviewed their biology file last semester, she said coolly. Short lifespan. Fragile skeletal structure. Emotional and irrational. I fail to see why they require a ban at all. They seem harmless. More laughter. Professor Vexael did not smile. He had been teaching at the academy for 93 standard years. He had seen many species underestimate many others. It never ended well for the ones doing the underestimating. Settle down, he said quietly. The hall obeyed. Before you continue laughing, I want you to watch something. The lights dimmed. The display screen flickered and then filled with a date stamp, 7.4 standard years ago. Conflict Zone, Outer Reach, Sector 9. The footage was raw. Unedited. Military grade. It showed a human soldier, designation Staff Sergeant Marcus J. Webb, United States Army, Terra, 3, pinned behind a collapsed steel structure on a burning space station. Around him, 4 of his squad members were wounded. The enemy, a squad of Kroth mercenaries, heavily armored, triple the size of any human, had them surrounded. The Yivori student leaned forward slightly. Webb had no cover left. His weapon was damaged. He had one functioning sidearm, 12 rounds, and a jagged piece of shrapnel he'd pulled from his own shoulder 30 seconds earlier, without anesthetic, without stopping, without making a sound. He wrapped a tourniquet around a wounded teammate using his teeth and one hand while firing blindly with the other. The Drelkian student stopped clicking his mandibles. Webb didn't run. He didn't call for extraction. He looked at his 4 wounded soldiers, people who couldn't move on their own, and he made a decision that defied every survival calculation in the galaxy. He stood up. He drew the enemy fire deliberately, onto himself, and moved in the opposite direction of his squad, shouting, drawing 3 Kroth soldiers away from the wounded. He took a direct hit to his left side. He kept moving. He took another hit. He kept moving. The hall was completely silent now. For 6 minutes and 42 seconds, Marcus Webb, bleeding, with cracked ribs and a punctured lung confirmed by his suit's medical sensor, led 3 heavily armed Kroth soldiers on a chase through the burning station. Not retreating. Redirecting. Buying time. Creating a window. His squad was extracted at the 4-minute mark. Webb was extracted at 7 minutes, barely alive, after turning a corridor into a trap using 2 loose oxygen canisters and a spark from a broken panel. The footage ended. Nobody laughed. Professor Vexael let the silence breathe for a long moment. Then he turned to face his students. Humans, he said, have no claws. No venom. No enhanced cognition. Their lifespan is, by galactic standards, embarrassingly short. He paused. And yet, they are the only species in recorded history to be banned from the upper levels of this academy, not because they are weak, he looked directly at the Drelkian student, but because 3 separate faculty members attempted to push their psychological limits as an experiment. And the humans didn't break. He clasped 2 of his 6 hands behind his back. The faculty members did. The Yivori student said nothing. Her silver scales had gone pale. The ban, Vexael continued, exists to protect you. He switched off the display. Now. Open your xenobiology texts to chapter 44. He let one final beat of silence pass. The chapter is titled, Do Not Mistake Softness for Weakness. No one made a sound.